Hi guys, this is Max here, back again with hopefully another great political video. And today marks you guessed it, 12-year anniversary of the passage of the Affordable Care Act in the 111th United States Congress. And right in front of our very eyes, we see the map of senators that voted in favor and against Obamacare. And you know what? This isn't actually the map of senators that voted in favor and against Obamacare. It's just a regular map of the US Senate back then and who was a Democrat and a Republican. And purple for the states that had mixed delegations, one Republican, one Democrat, along with green for Vermont and Connecticut, both had an independent senator at the time. This shows you how divided amongst partisan lines America has become and how divided it already was a little over a decade ago. Now, this map has one tiny little error in it. While the vote on Obamacare was held, Massachusetts did not have a Republican senator. A Republican, Scott Brown, was voted into office after the vote had already taken place. Anyway, I digress. The thing is, not a single Republican voted in favor of Obamacare. Not a single Democrat voted against it. And the two independents here were actually caucusing with the Democrats. Well, Bernie Sanders is obviously a far left liberal. Joe Lieberman, who was at the time an independent senator from Connecticut, was pretty moderate on actually every single issue, but he is the reason why Obamacare did not end up having a public option in it, so government run healthcare. He's the one who blocked that because the Democrats needed 60 votes to get the bill passed, and they had 59 without Lieberman. Now, this is a little difficult to understand, and you gotta be deep into the matter to get the exact full reasoning behind everything that went down in regards to Obamacare. But to grossly oversimplify this, and the point that I'm trying to make, is that Obamacare, or as it's actually known, the Affordable Care Act, was never a Democratic idea. It was originally an idea proposed by the Heritage Foundation as a response to the Affordable Care Act was originally proposed by Republicans as a response to Bill Clinton's single-payer healthcare system. And it was a Republican plan. What Obama ended up pushing for, and what not a single Republican voted for, was a Republican plan. And yet not a single Republican supported it. Why? Because of partisan divisions. America's politicians are more divided than ever. And the reason for that is the media. Not just big anchors such as CNN and MSNBC or other stuff like that, but the media in general. Social media like Twitter or Facebook, everything. It used to be that every person in America, be it a Democrat or a Republican or an independent, watched the same news. And because everybody watched the same news, every single major news anchor tried to appeal to every single group. Nowadays, that's different. These people are no longer trying to present their viewers a balanced perspective or a balanced view of major issues. What they're trying to do is they're trying to pander to a certain political group to make sure that they stick to their television switched in a certain channel like a few junkies. And that is not healthy. It is not good for democracy, and yet it ends up happening all the fucking time. And Fox News, only Republicans watch it, but Fox News is also only trying to get Republicans to watch it. Same thing with MSNBC, only Democrats watch it. And if you stay inside that bubble where you only have people who share your political views around you, you're never gonna be able to compromise on anything because you develop a hostile view at the person on the other side of the debate. And you'll never be able to find any common ground if you're not willing to make a step into their direction. However, if that person also lives inside their own personal bubble of political views, they won't make a step in your direction either. So we're terribly deadlocked. Now, people who are less politically engaged, people who are normies, more like you and I, are obviously still capable of using rational thinking that can explain us, hey, yo, I mean, I have my views, you have yours, but maybe we're both right in a certain way. But people who do politics like on a daily basis, like I do that too, but people who do nothing but politics, people who do that for their living, can actually not progress in any way in either the Democratic or Republican Party without being partisan hacks, because if they'd be open to debate with other people, they'd be accused of being, I don't know, not loyal to the party or interns from another party. It's absolutely disgraceful how people who are trying to compromise and are trying to be more of a present more of a balanced perspective are being treated here. And the only way how we can end the partisan divisions within our nation is either when a Jesus-like president or Senate majority leader or House Speaker comes along who out of nowhere decides to change the whole system and be more open for debate and more supportive of people regardless of their political affiliation, which I think is highly unlikely, or if we as a community, if we as a nation make the choice to engage more with people of different views, if right-wingers would start watching some left-wing YouTube channels in order to get their view, if left-wingers would watch some right-wing YouTube channels in order to understand their point of view, we would all grow together much, much closer and we could get more stuff done. And if we were able to cooperate more, and that starts on a low level, on the community level, then on the state level, and eventually it'll reach the federal level. And the more united our nation stands, the more capable it will be to face off against foreign and outside threats and be able to strengthen the position of America in the world. And then if we're a unified government, if we have a government that works together, not against itself, that government will also be able to assure and provide better services for the people in America. And that's what government should actually be about. Now, I know that was a very long video trying to originally just explain the Affordable Care Act, but I was also trying to make a point on how divided we've become, not as a people, because I believe if you're an average Democrat and you meet a Republican, there's not going to be a fist fight, but our politicians and our politics have become very divisive, and we should really try to work on that, because there was a time where people used to be able to get along and where legislation actually got passed without horrific and most oftentimes pointless debates that only ended up spinning circles and progressed nothing. So I want you to think about that if you feel like it. Anyway, guys, that was definitely one of my longest videos. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you'll leave a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you disliked it, you're welcome to give me a very mean comment telling me I'm supposed to do stuff better in the future. But I really wish you'll have a good night, and I wish that, looking forward, you'll be able to find some more common ground with the people around you. Thank you, and have a good night. Max out.